Good evening, ballers. Welcome to the 39th episode of a Stepback.
Greg Ostertag. Got him.
Your host, Leon Tompkins, my main man, Jacob Moses. And, we're celebrating the opening night of the NBA. We are back in
Yes,
business.
sir.
Christmas Eve. Came at you Saturday night with a pop-up show with Felipe, with our fantasy basketball recap. It was long. It was extended. We had a lot of fun, and we're back in business, man. How you doing down there? How you doing up there, bro?
I'm good, brother. I'm doing good. Glad the NBA is back. So I time to shine now. We're gonna hit this hard this year. It's going down. That's all I gotta say. I'm ready, man. We got a lot of stuff to go over.
Yeah, man. That Saturday, last week we got hit with like a foot of snow, and my dumbass waited till it turned to ice. I took like an hour and a half digging out my car, and then we came on here Saturday night. It was a lot of fun. Um, we had our basketball draft, our Yahoo draft on Sunday night, and that turned out pretty well.
It was really good. Great pickups. Great minds just going at it, trying to figure out. I mean, juking and jostling for position. And we're gonna see who's gonna come out on top. This guy.
uh, a good friend, Henry Maldonado Jr. If you look out in the groups, we have a Jimmy Butler Q&A session going on. If you look in the video in the link in the group, you can ask your questions to Jimmy Butler. Hard work by Henry getting that deal going. Submit your questions out there. Be glad to answer them. Again, just hard work behind the scenes by Henry. Always doing something behind the scenes there, man. Good stuff.
My man.
But let's get into it, man. Last night, I've waited a year and a half for that moment. And I know when we had Charles on last time, we discussed the duos. I didn't put Kyrie and KD in there. That was a mistake by me. They looked good last night.
Man. I can't. I talk your shit, Lee. I gotta give it to you. I can't. I was just watching the game. I said 110 points a game. I might be wrong because everybody was hitting. Damn it. LeVert came on. That's gonna be big. He is gonna flourish in that role. And this Katie, like, did he get hurt? Like, what did he do? Like, what? And then what's his name made a good point. I forgot. I want to say it was Chris Webber. That's that he was kind of. Well, I'm surprised I don't Mr. To, but KD did look. He looked, light on his feet, and that's what he was. He's not plotting. When he goes down the lane, he's smooth. So I'm seeing it now. His transition might look really good for you guys, and I mean, I might have to bump you up in the standings because, man, not even the Bucks I don't think can take y'all looking like that and staying healthy. Man, sky's the limit. I give it up to you guys. I mean, that game was amazing. It was.
Yeah, there was a lot of things I was impressed with last night. I mean, the offense was flowing. Kyrie looked good. KD looked good. Joe Harris, quick trigger. He looked good. I mean, granted, they beat up a beat up Warriors team, but it was nice seeing Curry on the floor.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Warriors looked without Clay like they're really going to struggle to score. I like Oubre. I like Wiggins, but it's clearly not the same team without Clay. And I liked what I saw out of Wiseman last night.
Absolutely, man. He was actually hitting a few corner threes. I mean, he's explosive, man. I definitely like that kid. They might have a steal, but like you said, granted, it was a weakened Warriors team, but that you still got to play the game. But Oubre was off a little bit. You know, he'll get his rhythm back. I wanted to see Draymond there just to see the whole reaction, but I don't think it was really any hard feelings. They knew what it was about. They know it's a business, and but that's the night right there. KD was the big. Kyrie did this thing where everybody wanted to see how KD was gonna do, and he did everything on the floor. And actually, what was really good was your defense. The defense was not bad at all. The rotations, the defensive rotations was actually really good. They didn't get too many open shots. I mean, they had hands in their faces. I did a hell of a job. Well, you got like 80 coaches on that staff. You should be able to do something.
Shit.
Nash got it good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if a team's looking like that, I mean,
Hmm.
they are completely loaded. You saw the second wave.
Hmm.
Alert and Allen just picked up right where they left off in the bubble.
Mm.
Like they haven't missed a beat.
Hmm.
It's a loaded team, tough team to stop. I know I said I wanted Harden before.
I,
After watching last night, I'm gonna change my mind on that one.
I don't think y'all got. I knew it. I was just looking at it like, do you really need him? We went over it. Do you really need him? You got a cohesive unit. Don't break that up, man. Don't do it.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch last night. And then and then you get to the post game interview with KD and Chuck,
Hmm.
the one word answer.
Yeah. His face, he was like, I got all that out of my system, and this happens. But that's great. All right, shout out to Roberto and James. They're keeping up on the game. My man RJ got 20. He's hitting threes. He's 7 for 7 from the field, 3 for 3 behind that arc. There you go. I mean, say if he becomes an all star, who develops it? We ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that right now. But back to your Nets. Talk some more of your stuff right now, because this is your floor, this is your platform right now. Talk about BK.
I mean, they look good. We're 1-0. Just keep that train running. Keep the health going.
Hmm.
You know, no after parties, no strip clubs. Let's remain focused, man. Remain focused. But I'm excited about what I saw last night, and waiting that year and a half,
Hmm.
it was definitely worth it. Like I said, bandwagon's full, nobody allowed, and that's that. But as far as the post game interview last night with KD, could he have said some more? Yeah, but I know I posted it earlier at the link earlier in the group. Now we go back to last week with Kyrie and his boycott, and then he rescinded the boycott, started talking to the media again. He's given thoughtful interviews, but what Barkley was saying to Irving that he's not the smartest, stop acting like the smartest guy in the room.
Hmm.
Now, maybe Katie took that to heart. Um, Defend his friend. You're gonna do the immediate obligation, but I mean, maybe he has something in the back of his mind for Barkley. You don't know. Um, I mean, I hope it's not like that all season, but maybe to start out, it could be a little contentious.
Hmm. Absolutely. I mean, but that show was funny. I just like seeing Barkley get played though, because it's hilarious. I'm sorry, I get joy out of it sometimes. But you know, Kyrie with his, like I said, I love the guy. Always said, love the guy, love his game. If he just, I understand you want to speak out sometimes, but just make it seem like you know what you're talking about sometimes, and some things are better left unsaid, and that's his biggest problem. Now, I'm all good with the say whatever, yeah, because that whole you burning that, getting the bad juju. I'm fine. I understand it. It's what you feel, but do things in silence sometimes. Be the silent killer. That's why sometimes I like Durant, but when he talk, he's the same one, but he's kind of a little bit quieter. As he went to Golden State, that's when he had like he's like the bully that he's all tough and bad behind somebody talking nonsense, and then when you get him right there, he's just yeah, yep, yeah. But other than that, that's you know how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than dancing on logos and getting knocked out. So you know, talk your talk, man.
I,
But
I mean. Juju, man.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Malcolm Little asking the comments, how you doing this evening, Malcolm? Thank you for participating.
Brother
Um,
Malcolm.
Brother Malcolm,
I like that.
he asks if we realistically expect the Nets to be in the thick of things at the end of the season.
Have to be.
Yeah, with this roster and their high expectations, I don't see how they're not like a top three seed
Hmm.
in this league. It's unless a major injury or half a damn team gets lost to COVID,
Hmm.
I don't see how they're not a top three team.
Yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it at all. I mean, they're too good, and any indication how they're playing, like I said, Celtics is going to be a nice little test. But if they beat the brakes off them, I know it's 2 games, but you got to take them seriously. Then you got to go hold on. But yeah, they are. They're serious. I think they're going to be serious. It's all with health. They stay healthy. You cannot deny it, how good they're going to be. There's no way.
Yeah, I like I liked a lot of what I saw last night. And yes, James, it was an awful question by Barkley. So he kind of deserved it, but you know it's opening night. I'll probably give him a pass for now, but we'll see how far that goes down the line.
Hmm.
Um, the other game of the night, the Lakers and the Clippers. Uh, it's a good game. It started out. Clippers started out hot. The Lakers had a really nice ring ceremony. Those rings
Oh
are
yeah.
fire.
Hmm.
Um,
I love the family aspect of it. It was so awesome. I mean, yeah, with those rings, man.
yeah, man, that's what you play for. A nice Kobe tribute there to 824 and Talinka getting in there and the rest of the team. Yeah, I did like the family giving out the rings. So
Hmm.
it was good. Um, the game was it was slow for the Lakers to start out, but the new additions from the Lakers, Schroeder and Harrell, really made a difference. Gasol got in early foul trouble, and
Hmm.
you know PG-13 put the kids to bed. That was it, man. He was on all night.
Hmm. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's the cornrow season back. Everybody bringing them back. I mean, he's like, listen, but yeah, he has a lot to prove this season after the whole pandemic P thing. Shots off the backboard. He almost caught one when he threw. I don't know who he was throwing it to. I don't know who he was looking at. But other than that, yeah, he put it on them. Clippers. That's another team that you have to watch for because how good they are. If he plays like that, I don't know. The Lakers might be in trouble with repeating. It might be a little roadblock in the name of the Clippers again. But we'll see. Different ball game when it comes to the playoffs. We know they're going to get there. Let's see what happens when they actually get there.
Yeah, I like Ibaka down there. He did a lot of dirty work. He hit a lot of jump shots in there. Pat Bev actually made a pull up three. I was shocked by that. But Clippers regular season looked pretty good. But I also like what the Lakers did as far as Shooter and Kuzma coming off the bench. He looked real strong.
Hmm.
You think the Clippers are a legit shot to stop the Lakers?
Absolutely. You got 2 stars in Kawhi and PG. You have even though they lost Harrell, they got a few other pieces. Zubac is still there. Pat Bev. They pretty much kept the same, almost the same thing. They got Kennard, right? You
Yeah,
know, they got him. He's a great shooter actually. When he's actually on the floor, and they're just solid all around. You can't really say that they wouldn't. I mean, they did. They pretty much handled them for the most part last year. They just got to the playoffs and they got cold. What can you do? Who would have known? Who would know what would have happened if they would have faced off against each other? But I think that's their biggest threat in the West, hands down.
yeah. New coach Ty Lue in there, moving out from the assistant from last year.
Hmm.
Uh, Paul George, if you look from the highlights last night, he didn't run a lot of screens. He wasn't Ray Allen or JJ Redick. He had the ball in his hand most of the night. so he was able to create off the dribble and pull up. I mean, he looked real good. Him and Kawhi, that duo. I put them fourth. A lot of guys put them two.
Hmm.
Two of the best two-way tandems in the game.
Sure.
I see we're getting a lot of Nick updates here.
Damn right.
Julius Randle, 7 assists.
Yes, that's all I was talking about. His last freaking preseason game, like 8 assists. I'm like, whoa, whoa. Let me find out. Let me find out you swishing and dishing. Man, okay, we'll
I
take
mean,
it.
I hear he's on a trade block
That's
in
fine.
fantasy. Better,
Absolutely.
better get him while he's hot.
Exactly. Dude gets. That's right. Build that. Build it. Build it. Keep building. Get him out of here. I like him, but we can get some value for you, like a first rounder. See you later. But yeah, just looking at these Clippers stats. I mean, Zubac had 11. No, no, he didn't have 11. Sorry. Yeah, yes, he did. He had 11. Lou Will had 11. Pat Beverly with 10. We saw PG with 33. Serge Ibaka, like you said, with hitting jumpers. He had 15. Kawhi poured in 26. And Nicholas Batum, he might be. That's another one. 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 points. He fills up the stat sheet. He won't score like he used to, but hey, he can attribute it in other ways. And he's okay on the defensive end still. So they gotta, like I said, they got talent. The Lakers, it's not a shoe in to win that easy.
No, no. The Clippers showed up strong last night. There was no like ill effects of them the bad playoff run they had.
Hmm.
So it's important for them to get off to a strong start. Good for
Hmm.
them. Good start for Ty Lue getting back in the game. We mentioned PG. He got a supermax deal.
Hmm.
He got paid, played like he was paid, looked good. Um, Giannis got paid. Good look for him staying in Milwaukee. Good for the league.
For
Maybe we'll
sure.
get some stars to go there, but
Maybe.
maybe. And the most shocking one of all to me, Rudy Gobert, 5 for 205.
God, golly. I mean, that's. Mm-mm. I. I mean, maybe he's worth over 100, but 205. I, he better be pulling some 20. I mean, averaging like 20 or 15. Pull some 80. You better hope he learned a jumper or something. They out of control with that one. I mean, I get it on the flip side because you're keeping your core with him and Mitchell. They'll get you to the playoffs. I don't know how effective they'll be in the playoffs. As you can see, they took even though they took Denver to the limit. A lot of guys got hot, and it's going to be hard to repeat what you saw last year in the bubble. So I'm trying to think of their squad now. I mean, between him, Mitchell, Inglis, uh,
Bogdanovich and
yeah,
Conley,
yeah, there you go, Conley. You know, I don't think they're
Jordan
going to go far
Clarkson.
though. There you
I
go.
mean, I have him, top five, but I
Yeah.
do like the idea of Gobert and Mitchell
Hmm.
growing together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Utah is usually really good at keeping their stars. You look at Stockton and Malone, and they were able to
Hmm.
grow together.
Hmm.
Although we all know the story of Stockton and Malone. So,
Your boy.
but like Gobert is a premier defender.
Hmm.
I mean, he should have won Defensive Player of the Year last year, but that's a whole other story. Uh,
Hmm.
I like Mitchell Gobert together. 205. He's worth more to the Jazz than he is anywhere else.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, absolutely. That's a good point. Um, but yeah, he's one of the great defenders in the league. He knows how to anchor the defense. When he's on the floor, he definitely affects the game at a high level. And Mitchell is just Mitchell. I mean, Spider. You know what he was about. That with him, his little duel with Murray was legendary. That's the kind of stuff that you're gonna see on the NBA channel for years to come. And the kid is just amazing. And he's done a lot for Utah. He's gonna continue to do a lot for Utah. But like you said, for those two to grow together, Utah is they're up there with keeping their stars. I mean, I don't know anything about that lately, but lately. But yeah, I can see. I like that fifth seed for the Jazz, but I want to see them go off in the bubble. Though. I want to see some surprises this year, though. And my prediction, I don't think it's right. I said it before, but my prediction for the finals is it'll be coming up. But I know who I got.
What you think of the Giannis Supermax? He's staying in Milwaukee.
He deserved every ounce of that. I mean, we saw him come up from a scrawny kid that just got in foul trouble, didn't really know his place on the floor. You knew he had the potential to actually play like he is now, but you just didn't see it. And for him to play like he was and actually grow as a person, especially in Milwaukee, we've seen some great guys, with their history of, Kareem, Oscar, and now Giannis. And I I have no problem with it. And for him to stay there, I give him so much props because he easily could have. We heard the Heat, we heard, whatever other teams were out there that's gonna jump on him. The Knicks would have been in on him, whatever. But other than that, he deserved it, and I'm glad he's staying in Milwaukee. It's really good for the league, really good.
Yeah, Miami, Golden State,
Hmm.
Toronto. I mean, it feels like half the league, Dallas. They were just loading up, clearing cap space for Giannis to come aboard. And I mean, Giannis kept us in suspense for a bit, but it turned out to be a real easy decision. So you see Holiday, Middleton, Giannis there for a good 3, 4 years. We'll see if they can finally climb over that mountain. They got a tough test in Brooklyn and Miami and Boston coming for them because we
Hmm.
know they dominate in the regular season. But once the playoffs hit, we'll see where Giannis is, if he can improve his free throws, if he can improve the mid-range jumper.
Hmm.
But like you said, we've seen him come in the league as a scrawny kid and really put in that work and to uh, two-time MVP. So
Yeah,
you,
shout out to
you
him.
know he'll put in the work.
Oh, absolutely, one of the hardest workers I've seen. And he wants to win in Milwaukee. He wants to build his legacy in Milwaukee, and let's see if he can finish it.
Yeah, it's refreshing to see.
Hmm.
Uh, you go on the other side of the coin, we got James Harden. We got the Giannis Harden beef. We got now you go over here to Harden. He's doing everything in his power to get out of Houston. Houston seems to be the worst sports city in the country. Between cheaters, strippers, and ineptitude,
That's great.
they're screwed. Um, Harden goes out. He's not with a stripper. He's breaking protocols. Got half a team infected to the case where they postponed the Thunder game tonight.
Hmm.
Going out, throwing balls at guys in practice. Rookie.
Yeah, that's that. You out of control with that one.
I mean, you trying to set a tempo? Throw the ball
You
at Cousins. Throw the ball at Wall. Let's set a tempo. Let's see you flop.
Go ahead, Cousins. Yoke you up right on the floor, man. Oh man, but yeah, James Harden. I understand you trying to get traded, dude, but you're going the just wrong way about it. You want to get traded now. We all know what's out there, but play your game. Be the MVP that we all know you are. You've been before, but now you just acting like a fool. Now it's not going to make it any better. Now nobody's going to want you, and they could probably ship you off to somebody you don't want to go. You hold no cards, dude. You don't. So just get it together. I mean, yeah, that throwing the ball at the rookies, like, come on, man. What kind of leader are you supposed to be? Like now, when you I want to go to the Nets. You think Steve Nash wants you on his squad now, ruining his team? I mean, after getting Kyrie, if you can get him settled down, then you're gonna come in and nah, dude, you staying in Houston. You gonna stay there and just be miserable. You might as well pull a Derrick Rose and not show up. Cause it's, your ass is in just play ball, man. Just ruining it. I just can't believe this. I really didn't see this coming at all. They
Yeah,
just took one season to just fly off the handle and hit. I'm
yeah, and
sorry.
everybody's looking at Westbrook like he was the problem. Like,
Exactly.
oh, now look at
Mm-hmm.
Westbrook. He's over here, leading a young squad in Washington, and they might surprise a few people, but
Mm-hmm.
as far as Harden is concerned, don't bring that mess to Brooklyn. I don't want any parts of it now. Everybody got Kyrie doing interviews. He gave Steve Nash the ball last night. He seems all right. Just
Mm-hmm.
let's keep that thing going. Harden is just a complete
Mm-hmm.
train wreck right now. I mean, the problem is you can't trade him anywhere where you get equal value. He's just not DeAndre Hopkins. You're not going to trade him for a bag of Doritos and a one-legged horse.
Exactly.
It's not working. You're not going to get equal value for him. So
Mm-hmm.
once you realizes that, stick it out with Wall, stick it out with Cousins. You got Christian Wood, which is not a bad roster. I mean, it's just, I'm all for player empowerment, but this is you're doing way too much.
Mm-hmm. That's what I hate about it because you like the players understand you have a lot of power, but sometimes you're just like, all right, now you're abusing it. Oh, I want to get out of here. No, you signed long term deals. You should stay there, or they should. No, we're not trading you. We're gonna work this out. We're gonna get some players in here to try to do what we have to do. But just after 2 years, oh, I don't want to be here anymore. Then why'd you sign? Like what? What's the point of it? Sign 1 year deals. Pull a LeBron, 1 year deal. If I don't like it here, I'm leaving. I mean, 1 2 year deals. Once you sign 4 or 5, you know what you're in for. You can pretty much see a streamline of what your team's going to look like in 4 or 5 years. I mean, you have a young core. You're like, okay, this guy's going to grow, and you're playing with them. You see a whole bunch of old guys, 34, 35-year-olds. Just kind of like the Lakers, and that you saw old Nash, Howard, and you kind of saw where it was going to go after the first year. You're like, yeah, this might not work. But yeah, Harden's just making a damn fool out of himself, man. It's sickening to watch.
Yeah, considering they appease him at almost every level. They
Mm-hmm.
bring in D'Antoni, they bring in Chris Paul to try to lighten the load for him. They bring in Westbrook as his running buddy in OKC.
Mm-hmm.
They implement a system uh, to to harness his skills. The man dropped 50 points for like 3 weeks.
It was crazy. I, I just don't understand. Like, how do you have so much stuff done to you or done for you, just putting everything around you? You are the guy, and you just like whatever. I don't want it anymore. And it's like a smack in the face to a lot of players, like the Ewings, the KGs that have gone through all these years and not getting the help that, of course, KG had help like real '04, but that was it when they put everything around it. Everything started coming together. Sprewell, Cassell, Wally was already there. Troy Hudson, that, blah blah blah. But now you get Russell, you get an MVP in Westbrook. PJ Tucker, one of the premier defenders of the league. He can shoot. Capella, you had him, one of the emerging centers in the game, and you just I don't know. I think that's another reason everybody was leaving. They're just like, all right, we see something in this guy that we weren't seeing at the time, and it just all went bad really quick.
Oh, real fast. It's disheartening to see.
Hmm.
Um, he was fined $50,000.
Yeah, I just saw
Uh,
that.
yeah, I mean, I just don't like the idea of him going out and risking the health of the teammates and all.
Hmm.
It's just real selfish, real petty. Um, I mean, I was hoping he gets suspended, but it seems to be like a tricky situation as far as
Hmm.
suspending players and COVID situation. You got to have enough guys to dress. So we'll see where this goes from here. And I hope Harden finally just someone sits down, talks to him, and tells him like this is the best spot for you. You're not gonna get equal value, and just stick this out, man. Uh,
I I definitely shout out to Felipe. At least what he said. Second coming to Anthony Mason. Yeah. Nah, man, I don't think he could be Mace, man. Mace was a whole different animal, man. He definitely was a different animal. RIP to Mace. But oh, Joey said he was 8 for 8, not 7 for 7. I like that. I mean,
Nice.
RJ, man, he's let that kid ball. He just he has it. He has a competitiveness in him, and
Yeah,
Obi
yeah,
Wan
yeah,
Kenobi.
yeah, man. Take a peek.
I had to. I had to. I heard Obi hitting shots. BK stand up. I mean, he got so much New York love on his team, man. This is great.
Yeah, yeah,
Great.
man. New York is a basketball town.
Hmm.
If the teams are good, people are going to be at it. Brooklyn with championship aspirations.
Hmm.
Now the Knicks looking like they have a bright future. It's all about incremental steps.
Facts.
Play hard. You got a experienced coach in there. If they could see some incremental steps, the free agents will come.
Yeah, I definitely, man. It's just so many steps. I see it. It's kind of it's refreshing, man, because I haven't seen like there's so many young guys on the team. You know, the Robinsons, the Toppins, RJ, Frank. Yeah, he still plays a lot of defense, so I kind of give him props for that. Got to get aggressive quickly. I want to see Iggy Brazakis get some burn. And like I said, he gets a lot of flack. I understand it. He was a hard nosed guy, and he did things his way. Sometimes it's not with the new thing of NBA, the new wave of NBA players. They don't really. I don't know if they respond to that well, but the Knicks seem to be responding to it, and that's why I say it was a perfect coach because you have to have that guy that gives you some kind of structure. He's not your friend, he's your coach, but he can be loving at sometimes, and it seems like that's how Tibbs is. But you know, and I'm going back and forth with Felipe. Yes, he did all these things in Chicago, the Butler, getting fired. Yes, but you guys won. That's the name of the game. No matter where you went, you won. You went to the East Conference Finals. You didn't get to the finals, but you won. I'd rather be, a 50 plus win team every year with that than be the joke of a league. And I'm gonna say it till I can't be blue in the face, but you cannot. You just have to have the will to win. I mean, if you're great players, you can do it with any coach. It just drives you. That's why I like the matching of RJ and Tibbs because RJ is that person that he wants a tough coach. Like he spoke just highly of him in practice. They haven't practicing hard, and look at him now. It's the first game, but look how he's playing. He's attacking. His game looks sharper, and that's all you can ask for. As a Knick fan, that's what I want. I'll take it every single time.
Yeah, and they're playing hard tonight. They're tied up with the Pacers right now at 77 late in the third quarter. If you're listening on audio, um, the NBA Silver announced that there may be some expansion teams coming
Hmm.
in the near future. You figured this would probably be a route they would go, considering all the financial trouble they were in. It's
Hmm.
the quickest way to do it. Expand teams, expand revenue, and you know it brings some basketball back to some cities that we're desperately needing it. So,
Hmm.
um, are there any cities you would like to see get an NBA team?
I Man, there's only one I want to see. Well, two. Nashville. I think that's a prime location. Just hearing about it, I think it would work really well. And bring it back to Seattle. Like, come on, man. That right there was one of the biggest freaking just blunders by the league. You just the key, what was it, Key
Key
Arena?
Arena.
I used to be called. How that used to rock with Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. Even then with Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, those guys. I mean, they have a loyal fan base. That fan base was really, and you see it in freaking with the Seahawks. Like that, come on. And they've been begging to get that back there. It's just I don't get it, man. It got to be Seattle's number one for me because that whole fan base, that city deserves a team back. Because if Memphis could have one, I mean, well, yeah, you got Memphis though, so yeah, just Seattle for me. Now that I just thought about that, but yeah, Memphis, Seattle for me.
Yeah, if take a look in the WNBA, the Seattle Storm, their ch- ch- WNBA champion Seattle Storm, they have a big
Mm-hmm.
following. Basketball is rich up there, and James is right. Uh, and I agree with him. He also said Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
Nashville, and which was one of my other picks, Vegas.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you
That's
know,
interesting.
because they got the summer league out there. Now they got the Raiders. They got the
Mm-hmm.
Golden Knights. So Vegas is coming up with um, coming up in the sports world now. The Oakland A's, just a little crossover with baseball. If anyone's been out to Oakland, seen it on TV, the
Mm-hmm.
A's stadium is god awful. I know they've been talking about moving to Vegas and threatening to leave with the lease, but I think they're stuck in that lease where they don't get a new stadium. Vegas seems to be the prime moving opportunity for Oakland. Now, if they can get a basketball team,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're right there near Phoenix, out there in the West Coast. You can add Vegas, you can add Seattle if need be. If you want to bring
Mm-hmm.
in over an Eastern Conference team, maybe this is what the Toronto Raptors moving to Tampa. A little experiment here, see
Mm-hmm.
if Tampa is a viable option for
Mm-hmm.
as an NBA city.
For
Um,
sure.
Considering Tampa is one of the few teams, one of the few cities that's allowing fans to come in. It's a good test run for the NBA to see if they can expand there. So uh, I like Tampa. You know, you got the Bucks, it's a good sports town, a good family town. You got the beaches.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it'll be a nice, viable NBA option in the South. And considering Orlando and Miami, but Vegas is definitely ready for a team.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, that would be. I like that pick. I didn't even think about that, man. That's pretty good. But yeah, Vegas. There's two prime spots, man. You know you're gonna get business there. People are gonna go to the games. Just make it happen.
Yeah, man, it's bound to happen at some point. Um, now, speaking of Vegas, I'm going to get into a little bit of some over unders uh, that the odds makers make
Mhm.
for the wins for the season. I'm going to
Mhm.
throw out a few.
Okay.
You tell me over or under number of wins for the season.
Mhm.
I'm going to start off with the Knicks. They got them at 22 and a half.
28 over. I'll go over.
Okay. T Wolves. They got the T Wolves at 28 and a half.
I'll say over by 129. But I'm paying attention to the Pistons are actually getting on them a little bit. That means their defense is being trash. Basuda.
Whew.
But yeah, I'll go 29. I'm not gonna jump into it. I can't see them winning more than that.
Yeah, if Detroit's getting to them, then that's a problem.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Um, they have the Pelicans
Hmm.
at 36 and a half.
Hmm. 36 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm gonna go over.
Ooh,
I think I well, only 2 games, nothing crazy. I think that is fair with the Zion coming in his second year. He's looking like he's, you know, in a little bit better shape with Alonzo, Ingram. I can see them taking another step, and plus the coaching. So I can see them taking a little bit step over. So yeah, that's pretty fair. Can I say stay even?
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's, here's one that shocked me.
Hmm.
Grizzlies, 30 and a half.
No, they're going over. They're going to be over. No way. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think Ja won't let it happen.
No.
I know Jackson's out for a few weeks, but
Mm.
I think that Grizzlies team is too talented to
Yeah.
to
I
lose less than 30 games.
yeah. Mm-mm. I can't see that.
Okay. The Bulls, 30.5.
Wins? Shit. Jesus. Nah. 30 and a half. I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to give them, if Zach's healthy, Patrick Williams performs, I'm going to say over.
Bulls over.
Yep. I'm gonna give him benefit of a doubt. 32 games. I can
I can see that. I can see
I
that.
can I can see it surprising, man. Like you gotta think a lot of these kids are not playing in front of fans. They're gonna be a little bit more loose. You know. Yeah, 32 is fine. It's doable.
Yeah,
It's
I think maybe an expanded offense might help them out. Kobe
mm-hmm,
White and
mm-hmm,
marketing for a full season.
mm-hmm.
Maybe if we get a Bulls update on what they're doing in the game, see if they're 1-0.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Felipe, 30.5 for the Bulls. Um, the Rockets, 34.5.
Mm, under. All right. I'll say 30 games. They're gonna be under. Well, it depends on Harden. If Harden is there, they're gonna be over. But if they trade him, that's gonna be rough. That I'll say right now with Harden, I'm gonna say over. As of right now, over.
Okay. Here's a tough one. The Hawks at 36.5.
Whew, man. Hmm. 36 and a half. That is tough. I like the Hawks, so I'm gonna go over.
Ooh,
I I believe in that team, man. I really think they made the necessary moves to get in the playoffs. I really think they did. And all it takes is a few like Rondo. You have him to back up Trey Young, and Gallinari is going to be coming off the bench. Capella's still there. They have it, man. They have the talent. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I
I
mean, I mean,
can't
if
see it.
Rondo's not arrested by next week,
You're stupid. Oh yeah, he pull a gun out on somebody. What he do? He did something.
nah. Apparently, his girlfriend got into a fight with another woman, but I guess Rondo was like, well, I wasn't there, but they got a video of him and the girlfriend knocking the other girl in the car, or whatever. So he's going through that right now. So we don't know
Mm,
what the deal is with Rondo, but
damn. What kind of nonsense?
yeah, if he's not arrested, he'll probably make a difference.
But yeah, he's I don't know between him and Beasley. I don't know who's worse. Beasley got the blicky. Yo, you're not playing. Well, at least he gets to play now. But I think after the season, they're gonna come down on him. Well, no, I don't think he's gonna get arrested. I think he'll do like community service, something. I don't know. But yeah, he tells up with these players, and he just signed a big contract. So you're like, dude, really? You didn't think about your contract that you just signed? I mean, you got the bag. Now you want to do this, man? The hell is wrong with players? They need to go to a lot of them need to go to like classes or something to learn what to do, what not to do, and anger. Let's do something because you can't be getting into the league. You work your whole life for this stuff, and then you just want to act all wild. And especially most of them, they got one or two kids. So come on,
Yeah, yeah, especially Malik Beasley. Like,
like what?
uh, for one, apparently this guy did not read the scouting report because everybody knows about Pippen's wife. She, playing the field, and then you professing your love. You dismiss your wife and kid, getting divorced, and bro, what are you doing, man?
I
Just
mean, future in the back, sensational. Oh man, damn, Scotty,
yeah,
you were a winner back in the day, Scotty. I, I don't know about now, man.
yeah,
Word, he got gypped for contracts, gypped from his wife. Like, damn, man, what that hard work for? God, good lord, man. Embarrassing.
Lakers,
Mm-hmm.
46.5.
Mm, over. I'll go about 48. With all those improvements, I can see that happening.
Yeah, I don't see the bottom of a West being as bad as last year. Although
Mm,
I don't think the Warriors would be as good. I don't think.
mm,
Now, here's one that surprised me. I think it's
mm,
way over.
mm.
The Mavs at 42 and a half.
Yeah, I think because Luca's he's done a lot. You've seen how Luca could carry a team, so I can see it. Let's see with KP. How long is he out? Maybe.
Like maybe second week, third week of January.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they can. I can see them catching up with that. That's yeah, I can see over. It's just a lot of these teams, man. Like, it's just a lot of teams improve, so you can't really see it. You can't see it really doing any worse. And then just like the Knicks, I mean, I can they can easily win like 15. But if everything goes right, I mean, you never know. They could be in a playing game. Who knows? You just never know. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, Luca is gonna do a lot to keep that game. Me, I'm just kind of hoping they have a lot of days where he just kind of takes it off or something, or gets knocked up a little bit. Like I gotta take some rest. My knee. I'm sorry, Luca, but pick is a pick, man. We on to come up with these picks. Sorry, Luca.
Oh man! And as soon as we mention the Lakers, our good friend Randy Hammond joins us. Uh, how you doing, brother? Randy, host of the Audible Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. They had a great show yesterday, recapping week 6 or week 15,
Hmm.
heading up to week 16, Christmas Day. We got 4 straight days of football. You can catch them next Tuesday. They're gonna recap it all. These guys here, celebrating the rings last night. Randy
Hmm.
is on cloud nine.
I know, man. He ain't coming down either. Yeah, the
Oh,
banner. I mean, I gotta get one of those one day, hopefully. But yeah, shout out to those guys on the Audible, man. Those the Emmy award winning cat. I mean, they need an Emmy for podcasts because they were doing it up, man. They were holding it down two two times a week, man. Respect to you guys.
definitely a daytime Emmy because there's a lot of crime over there by Bushnell. So definitely award worthy. But no, those guys do an awesome job, man, and um, just glad to support them and they support us and
Facts.
good stuff over there.
Nah,
Um,
he said they're too busy looking at their rings. I would have too. They were like, "Woo, Kuzma!" Like I should have given the group. Kuzma was like Chris Tucker and freaking Money Talk. Oh, we made it. He like LeBron and AD. Oh yeah, we made it. Y'all okay? Nobody paying attention to him. Oh man, but yeah, LA. I can see though. It might be a battle of LA this year for the right to represent the West though.
yeah, got a couple more for you. The Bucks got 49 and a half.
Man, that's over. They winning 50. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Still good. They got even better. They got better. So yeah, they winning 50.
they're regular season juggernauts.
Hmm.
They're definitely going over 49 and a half. Brooklyn 45 and a half.
Hmm. I am going 40. What was it? 40
45 and a half.
healthy over 47, 48 games.
Yeah,
It's too. That team. Yeah, I say I'm on a hype train, but just as a basketball fan, I ain't. I'm not denying it. Sorry, I
I mean,
can't.
I definitely could see them at 50 wins.
Yeah,
Easy.
I can't. I can't see them going under. So yeah, Nets about to ball out. Seriously.
And I'll give you last one.
Hmm.
The Eastern Conference champs, Miami Heat, 44 and a half.
Over 46. I say over. Same squad. They brought everybody back. They're ready to run it back again. Yeah, they're going over.
Yeah, Jimmy second year, got some more same weapons,
Mhm.
same coach, ready to run it back. I think they'll do very well.
Mhm.
Again, we do have a Jimmy Butler Q&A session in the group. You can ask your questions there. Um, but Miami is strong,
Oh yeah.
and Spoelstra is just ageless right now.
Oh
So
yeah. He's
yeah,
a great
I could
coach.
definitely see the over.
The Riley effect. Next.
Oh man. Felipe mentioned earlier in the comments. I know we're going to get into our predictions for top seed and who we think are in the playing game, but he mentioned earlier how he wishes the NBA would get rid of the conferences and
Mhm.
just go by based off record.
Like kind of like
the,
didn't the NHL do that? Something like that.
you're,
They
I wish I knew.
I think they might have done something like that. But yeah, I would like that. The whole like you said the 1-16 thing we talked about. That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think once they go to expansion, they may tweak the schedule and
Mhm.
tweak as far as going to non-conference records and just going by off the based off the best 16
Mhm.
teams, and maybe you get better. I swear, hopefully you get better playoffs that way. But I think it's leaning towards
Mhm.
that frame of thought, because you look at football now based on conferences. You got the 6-8 Washington football team going in,
Mhm.
and they went based off records in the conference. It'll be totally different. But like I said, it's a bit different with the NFL and their scheduling. They're
Mhm.
heavily based off division games. So it would take the tweaking of the schedule, but I think over time it would gradually lead to that.
Oh yeah, I like that March Madness style kind of thing. That would be pretty dope. Just that would be real cool actually. Make that happen. Leon, you calling it out. Then you said above the tournament. You said that with the playing game. You called that. I mean, you need to be calling Adam Silver and be like, yo, cut the check, B.
Tell me about it, man. Get me in there.
CTC.
All right, who you got for the top seed in the East?
I'm gonna go to Bucks. I'm gonna go. Gotta go with the Bucks. And in the West, I'm gonna go with the Lakers. But that's not my finals. With my finals, I'm going with. You're gonna be seeing some games at Flatbush. You're gonna be down Atlantic. Excuse me. You're gonna be seeing that. It's the Nets and the Lakers, and I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking with it. 'Cause that would be too good. It gotta be. I'm liking it. I'm liking that right now.
Okay. Um, it's a bit of a homer pick, but from what I saw last night, it's hard to argue against it. The top seed, Brooklyn. I got the top seed of the Lakers. I mean, it's hard to imagine that a championship team can get better, but Harrell and Schroeder and Kuzma and KCP, these guys are just loaded. The two most loaded teams, I think they'll just run. You know, I wouldn't say run away, but I think I have them at the top spots, respectively.
Hmm.
Um, Gasol, how did I forget Marc Gasol?
Oh yeah, there you go. He was out there last night.
Um, uh, I, I would like to be different and give you a Nets Clippers
That was my second pick right there.
um, finals. Maybe Ty Lue gets them over the hump,
Hmm.
but there's something about Denver. I think that Jokic and Murray and Porter will give them a run for their money. But if
Hmm.
you ask me right now, it's the Nets and the Clippers. Yeah.
That's yeah. Nuggets. I would love to see the Nuggets, take that step and get to the finals because that would be really interesting to see them. But it just hinders on what you're going to get from Joker, what you're going to get from Murray. It's everybody else. What are you going to get? Who's going to step up? Because Murray, he was playing out of his mind for them to get to the game seven. Jokic, he did his thing too, but Murray, what he was doing was off the chain. And it got to be MPJ. He really gotta take that step up. You gotta make it for what you're losing in Beasley. You gotta step that up plus some. You got Barton coming back, but there's a lot of pieces that have to fall in place for them to take that extra step up to the finals.
Absolutely.
I thought that was Jason Kidd for a second. I'm like, what?
Okay. Who you got for the playing game in the East?
I wrote it down. Hold on. I wrote this down. I
I'm
got
dying to hear this.
this. This is good. I got the Hawks. Wait, two. Yes, Hawks and the Wizards.
Okay.
Like I just see it with the. I'd say the Magic there'll be that seed under it,
Hmm.
the 10th. I can see that happen because they're always around the playoff picture. I don't know how. I never will understand it, but they're always there. So I'm gonna go with the Hawks and the Wizards. And on the West side,
The best side.
stop. You ever say that again? That's like saying Chicago has better pizza than New York. Gun smoke. Pow. I'm gonna go. Hmm. Now I gotta rethink this. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna go the Pelicans, and I'll say the Warriors. I think that I'm going to go with the Warriors. I'm not going to sleep on them because Curry's healthy, and if Draymond should be around that time, if Wiseman takes, if he looks like he's did last night all season, Warriors they can sneak into the playoffs. I want to see that. I want to see the Warriors get in there, and if they lose, they lose. But I think I just wanted to throw that little wrench there.
Who you got in the 10th spot? 9 and 10.
9 and 10, Memphis, and I'm going with a homer pick, Minnesota.
Okay. Okay. You got Minnesota contending toward the end.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah,
flame out.
yeah, they'll flame out. Yeah, I think they'll flame out. It's just they have all this. They're another team with all that talent, but can Ryan Sanders Saunders put it together? That's the number one. He's only 35. But his talent is there. With Cat, you know, Beasley, Russell, you know, freaking Anthony Edwards. He had the number one pick. So they didn't start him actually. Okogie started. You got Josh Okogie. Jake Layman. He's become a better shooter. I think it can happen. I really do. Like I said, if you saw Memphis take a step in, why not Minnesota? But I think they can do it.
I mean, Randy thinks highly of Minnesota. He has them going in that playing game against the Pelicans. So
My man, Randy.
you know,
That's right.
I guess it's little love for them bashing the Jets every week. So
I know, man. I know they've been. I wanted to cut their damn show up, but I did listen to it last night. I was falling asleep, but I stayed up. As soon as I heard the Jets, I was like, oh, here we go. But I want an apology when Zach God comes out of BYU and saves the franchise. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I'm gonna take those hits, but hopefully next year, I'll be the one smiling and hopefully. But yeah, I like Minnesota, man. They've always been last few years they've just been talented. It's just putting everything together and stick with the coach, stick with the plan. Cat get a little bit tougher. You got to be the man now. All eyes on you. I know he's playing with a heavy heart this season, but just kill it, man. Kill it and get there.
yeah, uh, I'm pulling for Cat this season. I'm looking for him to have a huge season, fully healthy. Got to playing with his friend. That seems to be the theme this year,
Hmm.
unless you're Harden. Um, so for the Eastern playing game,
Mhm.
I agree with you. I got the Hawks and the Wizards in there. Um, I got the Bulls and the
Ooh,
Hornets uh, uh, a tick below.
okay. Nah, I like that. I like that. That is because you can see it happen. You really can see it. And if Lamelo does that, that's your ROI right there, easily. Because, but you can't sleep on the Hornets because they do have a lot of. If Hayward can, step out the door without getting hurt, step into the arena without getting hurt, they might have a chance. But yeah, that's another team with all the talent. The East is coming back with talent, man. They have a lot of young talent there. And yeah, I like that, man. That's a great pick. That's a great one.
Out west, I have the Grizzlies and the Spurs.
Mm, actually, I give you props on that because the Spurs were close last year too. They
Yeah.
were close. They were really, yeah, especially
Um,
when they sound Derek White back. So yeah, I could see it.
Murray.
Hmm.
If you don't own Deontay Murray in fantasy, you're really missing out. That guy is a low key triple double threat. There you go. I gave you your fantasy advice. Um, but a full season of Aldridge, a full season of DeRozan. You know, Pop is gonna go right back into the playoffs. I got the Grizzlies and the Spurs for the play-in game with the T Wolves and Rockets
Mm,
missing.
okay. I kind of hope the Rockets lose now, just to James Harden can feel that and feel like an asshole. But that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the way Harden is going here, man. I mean, I don't know about you're right. Those guys making the playoffs, and I like Wall and Cousins, but
Hmm.
it's asking a lot in a loaded West.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. But like as I said, that's the magic of the playing games, and that's why I like it so much because you just don't know who's going to get hot at the end, and it just made it so much better. Just seeing, Portland, Memphis, and those guys going at it is it's going to be good, man. I can't wait till this really to unfold, and this it's going to be so good. I'm freaking excited, man. I'm really excited,
Yeah, me too. Okay.
man. Oh, yeah, we're getting a whip.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's about over. Knicks update. Pacers up by 14, 6 minutes ago in the fourth. It was a good fight. You
Yeah,
know,
it was. I mean, paces are good. Come on. All right, you need to chill with that freaking Tyler McConnell or whatever the hell his name is. Freaking
it,
driving to the lane, using his
it's
left.
TJ.
TJ,
TJ.
Mitch, I don't care. Fuck him. Shouldn't be going down the lane. He over there. Oh, foot with the left, looking like Jamal Murray. Stop.
Speaking of it, you better cut that check. Hurry up with that.
See, speaking of CTC, oh man, and it's like for Matthew Nyland, cigar Minnesota fan with me. Minnesota's down by one at the half. Cat, 15-4-2 with Blake Griffin with 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. So there's your update.
Nice. All right. I think we've hit the part of the show where we've
Oh,
gotten into our
predictions.
award predictions. All right, we'll start off with the big one. Who you got for MVP?
I am gonna follow up with my guy Felipe. I'm gonna go with that bad man from the Mavs, Luka Doncic. I think he's gonna do it. I really think so because he's gonna have so much put on his shoulders, but he can handle it. He showed you in the bubble against the Clippers that even with excuse me, Cottonelle down, he showed you that he can be the man and to be the face of the league. So I'm gonna go with Luka Magic. I'll say he's gonna average close to a triple double this year, or he might get it, and he's gonna take home his first MVP.
Yeah, Luka's getting a lot of love around the leagues and a lot of love from all the writers. It's a MVP favorite. I mean, it's hard to argue. I personally don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now I could go totally homer and just say the Nets sweep the board, and, give Durant the MVP. But I will say Damian Lillard.
hmm.
A full
I,
season of Nurkic, a full season of Melo.
mm-hmm.
Uh, that Portland team, there's no way they'd be in a play-in game this year.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 out west. Lillard steals the show.
Okay.
He's my MVP.
Okay. I love that. I have no problem with that at all. It's Dame time all the time. I'll be happy as hell for that one. I like that. But I gotta go with Luca.
Yeah, and my sleeper pick is Embiid.
Okay. I'll give you a pick of mine. Giannis wins 3 in a row. I can see it happen. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. I can see it happening. Yep, you heard it right. I can see it happening again. Last year, I don't think she don't win it either. But that's just it is what it is. He's the league's darling right now, so can't sleep on it.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Felipe came in with a Lakers Bucks prediction for the finals. We're
Okay.
just gonna ignore him and mute his comments. Ooh, Randy Sleeper, Ja Morant.
Woo! Oh, hey man, that is
I,
a sleeper pick.
yeah,
That
I like that pick. I don't think the Grizzlies get enough games for them to warrant it, but I really do like the mind, the train of thought. But
yeah, I like
Ja Morant's a good pick.
it is. But Felipe, he said Trey Young. He's going to sleeper pick. He hit him with the GTS on it. I that's a good sleeper pick. I like it. I like these picks. You guys are lighting it up. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I gotta address this one. Randy said, "What do you guys think of the empty arenas?" It is really weird because I'm so used to hearing, the Knicks, 3-point goal and whoever it is. I mean, it's just it's really weird. I don't like it, but this is the normal for now. And shout out to the Lakers though. They will not raise the banners until the fans are back in the stands. Now that is, I love that because they feel the fans should be a part of that. Watching the banner go up. Number what 17 for them?
Yeah,
18, whatever. Yep, 17. Seeing
17.
number 17 go up. I mean, yeah, the fans should be a part of that. Good question, Randy.
Yeah,
I like that.
to expand on that, it is a bit weird that the Nets had the essential workers
Mm,
put a game last night, attend, all spaced out. But for the season, there's only a few arenas few teams that will allow fans in the seats. The
mm.
Tampa Raptors, the Cleveland Cavaliers. If anybody actually wants to watch them, Houston,
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio in the new year, Orlando, and Utah, all with limited space. Atlanta will allow fans in on MLK Day.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. I get it.
So yeah, there's a few that will allow it, but yeah, it's definitely weird with no fans in there. It's just
Definitely.
definitely,
Fantasy update. My man, you cannot run away from the DNA. Sabonis, 30 and 13. I try to get him every single year because when he's healthy, he is a double double problem. That's
geez,
he, my brother.
man. Uh, Six man of the year. Who you got?
Six man. This I'm gonna hit you with it. Melo. I think Melo takes home that award because he's gonna have a lot of time. That he's gonna get a lot of minutes and he's gonna be dropping them. So I'm gonna go with my man Melo.
I mean, that's a good pick. Like I said, I can go totally homer and have Brooklyn sweep the board, but Levert taking it. Um, I will give you Kyle Kuzma.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. That's a good one. That's a sleeper. Kyle
I think
Kuzma.
Kuzma gonna he played strong last night. Had 15 points
Hmm.
off the bench. Played well in the preseason. Horton Tucker lit a fire under his ass. So you know, he got his money.
Hmm.
Kuzma. So yeah, I think he's in a good place. I think he'll pick up six man of the year. It'll be between the top seeds out east and west. If Levert doesn't get it, I can definitely see Melo. I
Hmm.
could also see Kuzma. So it's definitely up there.
Absolutely. I like it.
All right, coach of the year.
Coach of the year. I'm gonna go with my man, one of my favorite point guards in history, from the '96 class, from Santa Clara. That boy Steve Nash. With the last how you winning all those games, first year coach. I mean, but yeah, I think Steve Nash going. He's gonna win it. He's gonna take it home.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same, and then I said, well, you know what? If the Bulls could sneak into a play-in game, I give it to Billy Donovan because I thought he should
Hmm.
have had it last year.
Hmm. He's gonna be
But
good for that.
um, I'll give it to Stan Van Gundy.
I like that too. I had a feeling you were gonna go there because the whole young, the Pelican squad, they make the play. Yeah, I can see that happening. I like that pick.
Yeah,
I got,
coming
I
back
got.
in the game, teaching these young kids, and
Hmm.
in the playoff spot like he never missed a beat.
Hmm.
But yeah, I definitely like Stan Van Gundy out there.
Absolutely.
Uh, Jesus, Felipe with more bad picks.
What
He
do you
took,
say now?
it's not a bad pick. He's just his six man is Lou Williams.
Okay.
Boring pick. His bold pick is Levert.
It can't be bold. I mean, dude gonna be scoring like crazy. And the homer pick Cole Anthony.
You know what?
I, hey man. And
I
then I'm
like
gonna go
that.
like this. I'm gonna go. Hmm. Hmm. Because Cole Anthony was my guy coming out. Like I said, I like quickly, but I like Anthony better. That's just me. I mean, he can do the same thing quickly. He can shoot. I don't think he's as good a free throw shooter as him, but hopefully quickly, is not hurt. But Cole Anthony's always been my guy. He got a fan in me, man. Plus, New York guy, went to school. I
Has
mean,
to.
that's my guy. If I go back to Orlando, I'm hoping to go to a game and see my boy play. But yeah, I can. That's a good one, Felipe. That's a good one.
Yeah, he'll surprise you every now and again. Speaking of those rookies, who you got for rookie of the year?
Ah, here we go. No, I'm not gonna be a homer and say Obi. Yeah, 'cause if Randall got traded, I would have been like, yep, Obi. No, I'm gonna go with Lamelo Ball. He's starting. He has all the opportunity in the world, and all eyes are gonna be on him. I think he's gonna. Only thing he's really not gonna do is shoot well, but I think it'll be enough for him to take home the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, a lot of people like Ball, like we saw in the preseason. Flashes of magic, flashes a kid, so he has a lot of flair to him.
Mm,
Um, I'm gonna give you Killian Hayes,
solid, solid
um,
pick.
and Vija.
I like Avicii. I really do. He's grown on me from now, like from watching a few games in the EuroLeague for him, and then now, yeah, I can see that happening. I like
Yeah,
it.
I didn't know Pat Williams was gonna start like right out the gate.
Yeah.
So I mean, he definitely has a chance as a 3D guy to really make a
Mm,
claim for himself. I I, I don't know if he'll get the ball enough to be in the conversation, but I
mm,
still think he'll be a solid rookie.
absolutely, absolutely. My sleeper pick, I'm going to Obi. I don't care. I'm going with a homer pick. So what? It's right. Damn it. Get something, Obi. Damn. Right. Bring something home. I want some kind of award this year. Give me something. Give me an award. Give me some. Yeah.
Mo-
I'm going to go with
Most improved player.
Michael Porter Jr. Because that guy is. I mean, he's just primed for it. He's gonna get a shot. I hope he start. I hope he gets to start and show what he can do. But yeah, he's been watched so much of that kid, and the range is there. Everything you saw in his 1 year of college, before his injury, it's there, and he has a clear path to do it. He's gonna get all the time in the world to play, improve his game. He does everything well. I'm going with my man MPJ.
I like that, man. Um,
Thank you.
going through the comments, Randy likes Halliburton as rookie of the year. That's a strong pick. I know you mentioned last week if he cracks your rotation, he's definitely in there.
Oh yeah.
James likes Wiseman.
Wiseman.
Wiseman was real good last
Can't
night,
sleep.
so
Can't sleep on him.
um, showed a little jumper, uh, showed you can rim run. So those are all solid picks. It's a strong, uh, pretty deep rookie class, deeper than we expected. So
Oh,
those are
for
good
sure.
picks by those guys. And Felipe with a bold pick of Aaron Neesmith.
He's good, man. He's really good. But if he gets, his time in Boston, right? If he gets the time in Boston, you never know. But like I said, we discussed it, and I said it, man. This draft is really deeper than what people expected. It's there, and we're going to see a lot of guys producing. And I like how a lot of these young guys are getting minutes out the gate,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really good to see. Like Wiseman, when I saw that he was starting, I'm like, whoa, okay. But I don't think they had anybody else big, so you kind of had to use him. But yeah, this is going to be a good year for rookies, and just to see what those boys can do. Let's make it happen. Did we lose yet? We scored over 100 points.
Yeah, yeah. Baby
That's the
steps.
yeah, that's the Pacers. I'm not really
Yeah.
just don't start that tank for Cade shit. I'm like, that's the lottery people tanking don't work, especially for the Knicks.
My my
Who
most
you got?
improved player, Chris Boucher on the Raptors.
Toronto's? Okay. I like that kid.
Yeah.
He's good. That's a good pick.
Um, yeah, I think he's going to get his minutes. He's slim, but he improved his jumper. I
Hmm.
think he'll really break out this season, kind of like out of nowhere, like Devontae Graham last year. The
Okay.
idea that Luca can win a Most Improved Player is still so asinine to me. But it,
hmm.
although who might win it on that same line of thinking is SGA.
Yes. Yes. You can't. You
So
can't really. Yeah, he can definitely take that step up. Now it just sucks that he doesn't have Chris Paul there, but it also puts the ball in his hand more, and then you can see what he can do. So yeah, SGA is a good pick if you want to
um,
go there.
my sleeper pick, City Osman from Cleveland Cavaliers. If anybody watches game, he's gonna shoot, do a lot of things well. It's just the fact that Cleveland was so bad and their point guards, their decision making was god awful. I think Osman with a healthy Drummond for a year and healthy Love, healthy front court would really help them
Hmm.
out. Um, so I wouldn't be surprised if he sneaks in there. And
Okay.
James, I expected you to pick
That's
R.J.
right.
Barrett. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, you go 9 for 9. It's hard to argue against that stuff.
Keep that up, RJ. Get that. Make them feel bad for that snub, that all rookie snub. You can catch us on that last episode to catch that bullshit list. But yeah, just RJ, let it fuel you, kid. Let it fuel you. But yeah, oh man, that's great. But defensive player of the year, I want to bring it to the stage. I'm gonna go to my man, Ben Simmons. I think he brings it home. Uncle Ben, bring it home.
Um, I had Ben in there. I had him at 3. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have a guard taking it, and it's Marcus
Mm-hmm.
Smart. The
I,
idea that he has to go up against Kyrie, he has to go up against Ben Simmons, he has to go up
mm-hmm.
against Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
All these elite point guards in the league, you already know he can defend bigs.
Mm-hmm.
the focus now is going to be on Smart with Kemba Walker out. I probably should have won it last year, but um, and it's hard for guards to win Defensive Player of the Year because I think the last one was Peyton, right?
The last one, what happened?
The,
Sorry.
the last guard to win Defensive Player of the Year, I think it was Peyton, right?
Yeah, I believe it was Peyton. I'll check that right now.
So yeah, I think Smart will finally get his due. Um, I got second Gobert and
Okay.
third Ben Simmons.
Okay. Okay. That's solid. Let me look up that right quick. Look that up. Also, speaking of Gary Payton, there was something. It was like a special on NBA channel with him and Sean Kemp talking about that. Yeah, I caught that. That was really good. So, y'all should check that out. And then you just showed how much like energy they bought and injected into that franchise.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. And we
Gary
as we
Payton.
it was Gary Payton.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on it, man.
Only
Only.
guard to win the award. Now you know you put the clamps on people with that.
No, I mean don't tell Jordan that.
Wow. Damn. That's really good.
So we got some
Gary Payton.
score updates. Thank you, Felipe. The Magic win their game 113-107.
See?
Fultz, another guy who got his extension,
Got
hard
the
work paying off.
bag.
15 points, 4 assists,
Okay.
5 rebounds.
What did that Cole Anthony do?
6 points, 6 assists, 2 boards.
See? Passing the ball. I mean, you need him. No. Trash. Who else we got? Georgetown lost, whatever. Um, Minnesota's down by 3. D'Angelo just hit a 3 to tie the game. I got to do it now. Ice in his veins. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, man. It's been good stuff. What you got?
Absolutely.
We're on Christmas Eve. What you got planned for? Christmas?
I'm on vacation starting today of a 4:30. I'm going to jump my time. Presents are, make sure my kids didn't bust the door. Presents are all set. I mean, we're good to go. Just going to enjoy my family, enjoy good health. No complaints. Just get ready for the new year. Hopefully it gets better. Other than that, just make some food, make some lasagna, go light, and just enjoy it, man. After this year, man, that's all you can do.
Yeah, facts, man. Yeah, bringing the holiday special. I plan to make some ziti myself. So
There you go.
hopefully we don't get any more snow, but
We will.
it's bound to happen. But the holidays bring out you know some goodness in people. We have our
Hmm.
Secret Santa over in Baseball Life. That's been a smashing success for the past 3 years. So um, a lot of thoughtful gifts going around.
Hmm.
Really family, real community. Those things are special, and
Hmm.
it brings out the goodness and charity in others. So that's part of a life group difference, and glad to be part of it.
Absolutely.
Um, and we'll be back next week. We'll be back next Wednesday as the season gets underway. Um, a lot of our other podcasts have taken their holiday hiatus.
Hmm.
We're gonna keep on rolling because who cares about family, right?
Fuck 'em. No.
but
Doesn't
but
matter.
but no, man. Those guys work hard, and we want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas out there, and all your loved ones and all your family, and catch all of our other podcasts on the Life Group uh, Network channel by subscribing to YouTube or Anchor. You can catch Donk City on Monday nights, 7 p.m. Vincent Henry. Tuesday nights, Randy and Matt Bushnell, the award nominated podcast, the Audible.
Damn
Wednesday
right.
nights, you can catch us. Our new edition over in Wrestling Life, the Workshoot Wrestling Podcast with Corey Richmond, Jason Brooks, AEW, ECW. Well, they're not anymore, but Impact Wrestling. Just,
WWE.
uh, yeah. Uh, Catch those guys Thursday night, 7 p.m. And I believe Felipe is on a holiday break. He'll be back in after the new year, total basis. Sunday mornings with Sean Connor Flannery,
Yeah.
11 a.m. Eastern.
Can we
Um,
get a fantasy update real quick?
bring him to me.
Russell Westbrook with a triple double, 21, 11, and 15 assists. Hold that stat pattern, whatever. But yeah, but Philly still up by 4. You know, if you had Denny, he had a positive night, 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Thomas Bryant, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Bertans poured in 14 points. He hit 4 threes. And if you have any, Joel Embiid, 29 and 13. Ben Simmons is working his way. He's not going to get it, but he worked his way to almost towards a triple double. And my man Shake Milton with 19 points.
My man providing the fantasy updates, score updates, you know, just bringing it to you live. And,
Yes,
just
sir.
glad you guys were able to join us for this holiday special. Um, Jay, do you have any parting words for our audience?
Thank you guys for joining in as usual. Randy, Felipe, James, everybody that lit up the comments. We appreciate you guys. Without you guys, wouldn't have been any step back. Um, Always appreciate it. Keep on rocking with us. We're gonna keep going. Like I keep saying, just keep tuning in. Like I said, we're working on some big things here. We're just gonna keep doing it. That's pretty much it. Be safe out there. Love everybody. You know how it is. We're in a tough time in America. Just keep it together. We'll get through it. Hopefully, we'll be going to games together. I'll be cussing Leon ass out in come April. Oh yeah, it's coming. Yeah, we brothers now. We're gonna be rivals forever because every one of our teams and they like each other. Except for the Lions, nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
Jets, nobody cares about the Jets anyway. But yeah, man. Thank you everybody for participating. We always appreciate it. And Leon, take us home, my brother.
Well, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you guys next week. Merry Christmas and ball out.
Yes, sir. You filthy animals.